Let's start with a disclaimer. Mr. Mark Brown, you and I are now friends. This is a discussion between two friends because I'm not an agronomist, nor is this agronomic advice. However, I am a farmer and I do know a thing or two about wild oats. So if I'm talking about resistance, um, I don't know where you live, but in my neck of the woods, I see a huge amount of resistance between on your group ones. So like your Cladidophops, your Horizons, your Pumas. Those are no goes for me. I don't know about your neck of the woods, but for me, hard no go. If we're in something like a wheat, barley, you don't have a ton of options. You're basically axial. If you're in something like a wheat, you can get into a couple different group twos. So like a Varo, a Simplicity, those are the only ones off the top of my head. Those can also be a different way of acting on those wild oats if you've always used a group one. Be careful of your group twos. If you've got any Clearfield stuff on your farm, you need to be watching your following rotations. If you're in canola, depending if you're Roundup Ready or Liberty, two different ways you can go about it. I am really indifferent either way. However, if you are going to be doing it, making sure you're getting multiple passes and getting the wild oats when they are little. It is significantly easier to kill a wild oat that is 2 leaf than when it's 6 leaf. Do not try and stretch out your staging on wild oats. Make sure you get them when they're little. It's kind of like when you got little kids, get their behaviors under control when they're young. If you wait till they're a teenager, it's a lost cause. Get your weeds when they're little. So in your Roundup Readies, making sure that you're going in 2 times the higher rates. If you're using a Liberty canola or a glufosinate, I actually don't mind heavy rate of glufosinate, and then maybe in your next pass or flip them, whichever way you need, add your Centurion, but doing one pass without it at a higher rate. Also sometimes adding something like an AMS or some kind of water conditioner, that can also sometimes help too. Paying attention to your nozzles. What kind of spray pattern are you getting? Sometimes, and I will be the first person to never blame the farmer, but sometimes you would be shocked what a small change on your sprayer can make for activity on weeds. Your water quality, like I'm really starting to stretch here depending on the problems you have. The other thing too is look into the granulars. We've kind of had a full circle here where the Avidexes, the Edges, the Fortresses, they're kind of all coming back. Pay attention to your rotation and hopefully you can get them under control. I have a big belief that controlling wild oats is like a 7-year project. It's expensive, but you will be so happy once you get it under control.